Hustlers. How's everybody doing today? As for me, I'm testing out these new glasses I got in through the mail. I got prescribed by them through the VA. And everything looks different. That's all I gotta say. You can see everything very clear. They're bifocal, so the bottom is kind of, I guess, when you read. But the top, you can see everything. They're just trying to get used to them. And they have a little bit of tint. And that's what I'm using, the tint, to protect my eyes. Just trying to get used to them. You know, I'm walking in them and I feel like a giant walking in them, because you can see everything very clearly and for a distance. So this just made my eyesight, I guess, a lot better. So that's what I'm just testing them out right now. This is a new pair just came in through the mail. Testing them out, see if I'm going to like them, I'm going to use them. You know, when I take them off, everything looks different. But when I have them on, everything looks high definition, you know. Like the trees, you can see like the leaves, the branches real good. No, in saying that, no, like I said, I'm just trying to get used to it, having them on. How you doing, Odessa? So I'm just doing my little exercise. I slept in a little bit late. Yesterday I walked a little bit more than usual. So I was a little bit tired this morning. But I'm here going at it again. Trying to, like I get used to seeing further out, and everything seems high definition, I guess, you know. When I look at the bottom, it's like for reading and it looks blurry. You know, when I see the comment of people, pictures, you know, when somebody places a picture and it's blurry. Well, I can see a big difference when I take off these glasses to just my normal vision. You know, it's just like high definition. So I'm wearing them to try to get used to them. It makes both sides of my eyes 20/20. So, you know, if I want to train my senses, why not train my senses with a 20/20 vision, a stronger eyesight than the eyesight that it wasn't that bad of an eyesight. I had 20/25 on my left eye. It was my right eye that was it was 20/35, 20/40, something like that. But it was dealing with diabetes. You know, something happened like a year ago, I guess, and my right eye was bleeding because of diabetes. But it healed. It's healed, but it's weak from that. So for whoever doesn't know what diabetes is, I just want you to know, stay away from sugars, because you can lose your eyesight. Not just that, your health. You can lose an arm and a limb, or even possibly die with diabetes if you're not detected with it. That's why you see me out here doing cardio. For those who know me, I've been working out for a long time. I stay active, and I'm trying to lose weight. Actually, you know, I'm trying to get down to at least 220, 215, or possibly 210 if I can. That's why I've been doing cardio now, trying to lose weight, so I can defeat the diabetes. And normally doing with your weight or what you eat. You know, sugars is the number one thing. You know, when sugars stay in your body and you eat a lot of sugars, it's got to go out somewhere. So that's where people get sick, even heart attacks. You know, from the sugars. So saying that, that's why I'm doing this exercises right now. Trying to, like I said, get used to these glasses. It's like everything looks pretty perfect. Like the trees, I can see the beauty of Mother Nature now better than before. But yeah, I don't know. To me, I don't know if the glasses are gonna. I can see the beauty with it. It's like high definition, but I don't know if I want to see it that way because I'm so used to seeing it the other way that I don't know if I want to wear my glasses all the time. But I don't see blurry with it at all. Like even before, I don't think I was seeing blurry because I was so used to just seeing how everything is. You know, this has got tint on them, so it's blocking away the sun from hitting my eyes. But I can see how everything looks very perfect, high definition. The trees, the leaves, I can see all that. But at the same time, you know, I'm so used to training with just my regular senses of what I have, you know, and it's just something I gotta get used to because I'm so used to just seeing things how I see them without the glasses. But I'm using them also to protect my eyes from the sun. So just testing out. I just got them in the mail this morning. How you doing, Primo Victor? I'm testing out my new glasses. Makes everything look different. High definition. I wish my pictures or my videos from back in the day, if I had a good camera or a good cell phone, that it would take good pictures. But I guess in those times, I guess I didn't have a name brand cell phone or equipment. It was more of the cheaper ones. So that's why some of my photos are the way they are, or the video screenshots that I do, is because I did have some AT&T phones back then, but the batteries got blown up. They just blew up in that area where I would go in, and the lenses cracked on them. So I said, well, maybe the phone was defective, you know. So I bought me some other phones, some cheaper phones, just to take in the area, just to take pictures. And the same thing happened to them, you know. The same thing happened to them. The lens cracked, the batteries blew up. So I went through many phones in that area where I believe the energy there was causing that. You know, they didn't want no pictures taken, and they were causing for things like that to happen to my equipment. But the only thing that really kind of worked in that area, that you can cache things, you know, for wherever it's ghost hunters or paranormal, is EVP recorders. The EVP recorders, they cache everything. I mean, you can hear the sounds, you know, like sometimes in that area, you could hear growlings, you could hear laughing, you could hear coughing, stuff like that, you know. But I already know, you know, when you're out there at nighttime, you already know what's out there. What's out there at night. Especially if you're out there exploring or being an adventurer. You're either going to run into two things. You're going to run into a wild animal that's out there, like a wildcat, a cougar, wherever you live, whatever region you live, a bear, a wild pack of dogs or abandoned dogs that are hungry because somebody left them out there, or you're going to run into something paranormal because, you know, sometimes like in the area I live, there's limestone, and limestone attracts that kind of energy. So those are about the two things you're going to run out there when you're out there being an adventurer. So it's been like 5 years that I really haven't done nothing. You know, everything that you see on my site, Spiritually Cryptid Encounters, or Positive Spiritualist, is from a long time ago, 2014, 2013, 2015. I haven't really gone out there. I've taken some people out there like in 2016, 17, but they really didn't stay there. They just went to go check it out during the day, but they didn't stay there for the nights, because in the night is when all that activity picks up pretty hot and heavy there. But besides that, you know, I've been staying away from that area. You know, I haven't gone out there in a long time. Maybe one day I'm thinking about forming a group with a couple of investigators. So I'm going to put it out there right now. You know, they want to go to certain locations. They want to take me. They want to take me to these locations so I can protect them spiritually. So that's it's going to be 4 or 5 of us. I don't know if you know Carlito, David from Texas, Joe De Hoyos, me, and who was the other person? There was another person that wanted I think Big Dog, Felipe is the other person. We're forming a team here in Texas, and we're going to go, you know, see, they want to find evidence of these hybrids that I believe they might be hybrids, but I'm just going to go with them to protect them spiritually, or, you know, before they go into the area and explore, and then when they come out, pray for them. I want to protect them in that manner, because, you know, I've been out there, I already know what's out there, but we're forming the team, and we're going to go live. We're going to make some lives like around in November, when the temperature drops. You know, that's when most of the activity picks up, especially for dogman sightings and Bigfoot sightings. It's for when it's cold, you know. And when I had my experience, it was when it was cold. It was cold. It was a cold day when I had that encounter out there. But besides that, I'm gonna be the spiritual guy to protect them, you know, to protect them through prayer and you know, to cleanse them from before going into the area, before coming out of the area. You know, that's one of the reasons I made this site, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, is to awaken people that what they're seeing out there is not what they're actually seeing, but it's something else that wants them to believe in it. You know, if they believe in it, then he has some authority over them. I think I seen cousin Victor here. But yes, you ever heard that saying, seeing is believing? Well, there you go. Right now I got a pair of glasses. Maybe I might go, I'm right now I feel like Terminator Abe, Brother Abe, with his glasses. I can see everything very clearly now. So my spiritual senses are going to be very keen. You know, they said the eye is the key to your, the eyes are the key to your soul. So they're going to see my soul. They're going to see my soul is nothing but love. So I'm going to go in there like the Terminator into that areas with my senses being very keen. Especially if I take these glasses, I'll be able to see everything very clear, you know. But yes, that's a squad we're forming. I think we're going to call ourselves the Five Amigos. How's that sound? The Five Amigos. The Five Amigos. The Five Valientes. Not the Five Borrachos. The Five Amigos. You know, everybody is going to bring a little bit of something into the table. You know, everybody, you know, I got David, he was always out there in the woods still. Felipe, he knows he's out there in the woods too. You know, they have arsenal. You know, they want to bring their weapons. Me, I don't need no weapon. I'm just going to go as me, as myself, Spiritual Abe, because that's how I work. I work through the power of the Holy Spirit, through the power of the Jesus Christ. That's how I do my works, and that's how I have my weapon. My weapon is my senses, and that's how I'm going to go into these areas. And if I sense anything, or see anything, or hear anything, I'll let them know. But that's my specialty. Well, you know, it's kind of like, but when that time comes, we'll let you know. But it's going to be very interesting, because I know one thing. Whatever's out there, since I'm a spiritual person and I have love in my heart, they see me as a spiritual threat, so they're going to manifest themselves. They're going to show themselves to the rest of the amigos. They're going to show themselves to them, and they're going to see them, because when they manifest, try to manifest into the flesh form, or what looks to be the flesh form, they're going to be able to see them. just like the people before the group that we're going to start to go exploring these areas that are supposedly haunted, or that there's sightings of dog man, goat man, or whatever. We're going to go to these areas. But there was people before this group that I had a little group that they specialized in different things. There's one that said he was a Wiccan, that he could do these things, and there's some other people that were in that group that said they could have out-of-body experience. A spirit could come out of the body and look at areas spiritually. Well, those people, they got spiritually attacked, because they didn't want me to protect them. I said, I can pray for y'all, protect y'all to go into this woods, and they're like, we don't need that protection. Well, they fell to the ground, they got an energy drain, and that's the last time I ever seen them. So that one, it didn't work too well when I formed that group, because I was trying to explore that area in Elms Grove, and they never came back. I've had people that are atheists, that don't believe in nothing, and they got spiritually attacked too in that area. That's why I already know what's there, because I lived there for so many years. I lived there from 2002 to 2015 when I left, because I got tired. I got tired of fighting spiritually every day, during the day and at nighttime. That's one thing about this unseen forces. They'll manifest during the day or at night. It don't matter to them, and they'll come mess with you. There's one day during the day that they threw I had a log, those big logs that you put for, like, to decorate, like to put your plants. They threw a log through my door, and they broke my freaking door. And when I went out there was nobody around. They'll manifest during the day and during the night. So for activity, my compadres, the Cuatro Amigos, they're going to see some activity. There's no doubt about that. They might hear drum beats coming from the wood line. If we do decide to go there, we don't know yet where we're going first. But there is a lot of activity there. And that's what we're going to do. When I see people buying land because they're close to a certain area, because there's dogman activity, or I live in land where there was dogman activity from 2002 to 2015, and I'm not sure. I've been gone from that area for 5 years now. I'm going for 6, and I know the activity's still there because of the things that are happening around that area. There's a lot of people dying through accidents down that road, the highway that goes through those woods. There's been people dying there, and I always get messages through Messenger from people that live either in Killeen, Coppers Cove, or in La Paz, which is the local nearby towns, and they tell me about the activity that's in there too as they're going down those roads. A truck driver told me about what happened to him, because by that road near those woods, there's a parking lot spot where you can park your truck, and he was waiting for his wife to pick him up, and as he was waiting, he said that something attacked his truck, that he could hear something pounding on the walls of the truck, and they were shaking his truck. He said there was a lot of them, and they heard something running on top of the back of his truck and on top of his cruiser, the front of the truck. So he said he was scared, and then after that he started seeing them. He started seeing this, whether you want to call them dogmen or whether you want to call them demonic spirits, I believe. The experience that it brought fear to him. So every time that he passed by the road, it was like an opening, because what happened to him, where the bangings and all that happened. So every time he passed by the road, well, it attracted him, and he would see him. He said he would see him crossing the wood line from one side to the other side of the freeway. Every time he passed through there, he would pass there at a certain time in the morning. I told him to share his story. I don't think he shared his story yet, but maybe I can encourage him one day to bring him on to Carlito's show. No, I don't have my own show. I just like talking. You notice I'm talking right now. I'm walking and talking. But yeah, I got him on my friends list, and I believe it was the fear of what happened to him that was the opening for him to get spiritually attacked. Every time he passed over there after that, they would pass right in front of him. At the same time frame, he said he was between 2 to 3 in the morning, because he had already dropped his load, and he would go park there so his wife could pick him up. And every time he was crossing that bridge, he would see him pass the wood line from the right where I have my encounter. They would go to the left. So they're actually on both sides of the wood line. I never explored the left side, but I do remember seeing something there. When I went fishing with my son, there's a little area where the water's high and there's fish there. And I was fishing with my son one day, and I did see something there. But to me, it looked like in a shadow form, and he went around the tree, and I could see the full form of the figure. And I told my son, hey, pack your stuff, let's go. The sun was already setting. So we packed our stuff and we left that area. I was going to try to stay there for night fishing, like with my chem lights and stuff like that. But when I seen that, that was my sign to go, not to be in that area. So there's actually activity on both sides of the wood line. I just never been to the other side. The other side might be the actual area where they, if there is something that's predatory or territorial, it could be that they're in that other area. The way my friend said that his vehicle got attacked, and he was hearing a lot of bangings. Maybe that area is the area where, if there is something that's in the flesh, that might be the area that's their home and they're protected, which would be territorial, right? But at the same time, you also got to think about the fear factor. Well, was it the fear that was making these things, the opening, if it was something spiritual? Was it the fear factor that's the opening that's causing them to see these things? I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'll try to get a hold of him. Maybe he can do a show with Carlito. I'll talk to him, see if he might be interested. But yes, brothers and sisters, whoever's here viewing, this is going to be my walk back home. It's a little bit hot here in Texas, but that's in the works right now. Been talking about it. Been talking it for a long time, because I've done the boots and ground before. When I was going through what I was going through spiritually, I did the boots and grounds at nighttime. And I figure if something is going to show itself, it's going to show itself at night, because that's, if something spiritual, you got the hours between 2 and 3, and then 3 and 4. You got the wishing hour, and you got the demonic hour, right? Which I felt I was dealing with something of that nature. So I would go out there at nighttime by myself. And then, like I was telling you, some people that went with me, but they got spiritually attacked. And then during the day, things will happen during the day too. So, like I said, they're not afraid to show themselves. Besides that, if we do catch something, that would be very awesome. Especially if we can catch it we can catch it when it's manifested in physical form and it's moving a certain way where you can see that it's not really, you might see a mystical, but the way it's moving, that something doesn't seem right, like it seems like it's a supernatural being. That's what I want to catch, because that's what I witnessed when I was out there. How, whether it's a shapeshifter, a disembodied Nephilim, a demonic entity, a spirit, whatever the case might be, or if it's real flesh and blood, we're going to catch it on camera. I believe we can catch it. I've been looking at some old footage when I would go there during the day or when the sun was setting, and I caught images of these things there. Some people must say it looks blurry, but you get this old pictures from 2014, 15. The phone I had wasn't a good phone, so hopefully they'll bring some good equipment. We'll catch some of these things on there, and they're everywhere. When people searching, they're searching on the ground. They could be up on the trees, because that's what happened to me one day. I was sitting at the park bench, and a big old tree limb broke. When it broke, the whatever it was, it landed right beside me also with the the big old tree limb, and he was looking at me and I was looking at it. That one looked like the one to describe as kind of like hyena looking, right? Because he had dots. It was light brown or brownish, and he just looked at me and I looked at it, and it's like it turned his head to the left and it ran into the tree line, into the creek. And I started praying automatically, right? So as I was praying, it ran from out of the creek back into the park, and it went down the park to that area where I had my encounter. Well, that one wasn't as big as the other ones. That one was like, say like 7 foot tall. It might have been a adolescent one. I don't know. You know what people call adolescence, but at the same time, it's all about what you're seeing is believing, right? Even if you believe in what you're seeing, then for something that big, you figure he's not going to be afraid of me. He's not going to run away from me. Why is he running away from me? You know. So in saying that, to me, I just seen it as something spiritual. But when the tree branch broke, it's like it makes you wonder: was it real or was it spiritual? Because it broke a big old tree limb off an acorn tree. It was a big tree limb, it broke it. The tree limb fell behind me. It was huge. But yes, that's one thing, brothers and sisters. Whoever's reviewing, you always got to maintain the Love Foundation, no matter what you're doing, because it's always going to be tested one way or the other spiritually. That's why I'm maintaining the Love Foundation. Even when I'm here walking and I'm trying out these glasses and looking, I'm maintaining my Love Foundation to protect me spiritually at all times, because anything can happen at any given time, any given second. In a split second, something might happen, so you have to be ready at all times. You can never put your guards down. Just like those individuals that have an arsenal, they want to take weapons into the woods, And you hear stories where people have shot at them and they're not dead, and they say, well, they have a big plate, they have a big armor. No, if you're missing them, it's either you're a bad shot because it's nighttime and you're a bad shot, or if you're missing, the bullets are missing and landing in trees, is because they're spiritual. Because trust me, I was in the military and I was out in Operation Desert Storm. I fought the front lines. I fought the Medina Republican Guard. I don't know if you know who the Medina Republican Guard. Y'all can look it up, Google it. I was out there in the front lines. That's what we faced. Saddam Hussein's strongest Republican. The Republican Guard, Medina Republican Guard, was the strongest army. Out of all the other armies, they were the elite, and we fought the elite, and we became the elite. We shot them with 50 cal. We shot them with the saber rounds, heat rounds, whatever we had in our arsenal, and we defeated them. That's one thing that people don't know about the tank. The tank system, all the weapons are the weapons that we have in the tank. They are connected through laser sights. So everything is controlled through the tank, and all tanks are synchronized through a laser sight, except the Lotus 240. I know about now, maybe technology has changed, and even their weapon is high speed. But you can see when you when you bore sight, you line up your sights, they're lining up to the laser of the tank. So you can, every round has a maximum range what it can affect, but it's all laserized. So when you laze and then you blaze, it's going to be an automatic kill, because it's a very tight. I mean, I used to shoot when I was a gunner. I used to shoot the 240, and I could aim at a stick on the ground, a little stick, and I could break this little stick in half, where I was aiming with a laser. So that's how accurate. The weapons are, the weapon system on the tanks. But besides that, when you hear all those stories about all these people shooting, you got to look at a lot of things in factor. Where they're drinking, when they were shooting, when you're drinking, since I'm wearing glasses, it messes up your senses, right? So when they were shooting, they're like, well, it was a direct hit, but they could have been missing it. I don't know. Because, you know, I know about direct hits. Being proud military, a direct hit in the military is a kill. It's an automatic kill. You know, it's you look at something, you identify the target, you laze and blaze and shoot at it. It's going to be a direct kill because, like I said, it's synchronized with a laser. So, in saying that, yes, I can wait to form this group. I know Mr. Carlito and the other guys. Well, I say we call it the Five Amigos. The Five Amigos. It's going to be mostly Hispanics, except David. He's going to be our. We're going to make him Hispanic. Also, we'll call him David. Instead of David, we'll call him David in Spanish. Or Chuy. He'll be our Chuy. A Chuy from the group. We'll call ourselves the Five Amigos. Órale, vamos. I'm just playing. But anyways, I'm heading on home now. Testing out this glasses. They're working pretty good, actually. You know, it's keeping the sun away from my eyes, protecting my eyes. Yeah, David can become Chuy. I think Chuy is part of named David also. He can become Chuy. We can call him Chewbacca. Chewbacca. Yes, sir. But meanwhile, besides we do all that, we're going to continue to be making lives. You know, I'll join whoever invites me. You know, we can talk about any topic, and we'll see how that goes. You know, and also another thing I wanted to bring up. You know, for people that don't know who we are or haven't taken the time to at least look at our videos, what we're about. You know, when you see a picture or something, if you don't like what you're seeing, you don't have to really say nothing about it. Just move on forward. You know, because sometimes you'll say something and it'll be in a negative way, and we'll take it as you're a troll. You know, because there is a lot of trolls that go into many sites just to cause havoc. We're not about that. We're not like other groups that let their members bully or harass newbies, or that we let them harass people that they don't like because they don't like their pictures or they don't like what they're saying. We're not about that. In our groups, everybody's welcome, but at least be respectful. You know, whether it's here in Spiritual Equipment Encounters, Positive Spiritualist, Carlitos site, Paranormal Kingdom, or any site. You know, at least go in there with respect. If you don't like something you're not seeing, don't comment to it. Move on forward. It'll help. It'll save you from getting booted out of the group for being disrespectful to somebody. You know, I mean, I know everybody's got their opinion, but at least be nice about it. Say, you know what? Instead of saying something negative out of my mouth, I'll just move on forward to the next thing. You know, you don't have to be rude about it or put somebody on blast, not expecting that there's going to be some kind of punishment for that, because there will be some punishment for that, because we don't accept negativity in our groups. We're not, like I said, we're not like other groups that they'll get the members, get like a lot of the members to go after somebody, to troll somebody. We're not like that. We don't put hits on people in that manner. No, we're not that big, but the little bit that we have, we're pretty strong. We have a strong foundation of brotherly love, sisterly love, and that's what it's about. We respect one another. We hear each other's stories, and we respect everybody's view within the groups. So, if you're used to being used as a troll, or somebody send you to our sites to say negative comments, I just suggest to stay, like somebody said before, to stay in your nest of snakes. Stay in your nest of snakes, because we don't allow snakes in our group. Especially if you're out there just saying negative comments to everything you're seeing on purpose. Whether it be on our sites, or whether it be on the YouTube channels, you're not welcome. You know, if that's the only thing you're going to do. If you don't have nothing smart to say, we don't want to hear it. And for those that defend that because they're used to being in those kind of sites and to defend those people, well, you're more than welcome to follow them too. To follow that kind of behavior, follow them out, because if you're defending them, then you're being part of the problem too. No matter how long you've been in the site, you're being part of the problem for defending somebody that's being negative. We don't allow that in the groups. Like I said, if you allow that in your groups, that's on y'all. But have spoken their truth, and they've gone into your group truthfully, and they've been bashed, they've been discriminated, they've been harassed by this negative people you have in your groups. So I suggest one thing: clean your group out. For people that are doing that, no matter how long of a member they've been, clear them out. And that's problem solved. But if that's what you dwell in, that's how you're working, and that's what you're about, and getting a laugh out of that, well, that's on you. But like I said, just like the person that Carlito kicked out yesterday for being disrespectful, and for whoever defends that kind of behavior, they're more welcome to follow that person that got kicked out of the group. That's all I have to say, brothers and sisters, because, you know, we're about a brotherly and sisterly love foundation, and we have each other's back. It's about having each other's back, and when I mean each other's back, you know, when people can't see something, I see it. So I'll circle it in a picture. I'll circle it what I'm seeing. When I hear stories of people, what they've been through, I listen and I'm believing what they're telling me, because that's what it's about. Is it's believing what you're hearing, you know, and that's what it's about. But like I said, no reason for anybody to be rude. There's no reason for that. That's childish, you know. No need for that. But like I said, there's people that are sent to our sides to do those hits, those troll hits. That's what I call them, troll hits. I mean, like I said, if somebody called us snakes, I think, when was it? When they had B. Moss had Chris Cyrus on their show. They said that we're all a nest of snakes. But you see, we're not doing nothing negative. And I figure a nest of snakes is something that's doing something wrong, something negative. So this snakes are coming from those groups that say we're a nest of snakes. They're the truly snakes, especially if they're talking about snakes. It's because that's their nature. That's what they're about. Because nobody's going to say that. And the only person that's going to say that the works that we do is a nest of snakes is somebody that's negative, that somebody has a black heart, that somebody might have a ego, that they want to be number one. So they want to be the number one they want to be the top dog of the cryptid world. But you see, in top dog, so they'll go to any means necessary. You know, I used to see this all the time in the military. They'll go by any means necessary to cutthroat somebody, to back somebody in the back, and then their followers that are like puppets, right? Their followers that are like puppets, they're gonna believe what the person is saying because they've been loyal to them for a long time. So they're gonna be like puppets, and they'll go and troll our sites, say negative things on purpose. But you see, those kind of individuals I already figured out for a long time. It's not that they distance themselves from me. I distance myself from them because I don't dwell in negativity. But for those that are in a lot of sides, you see that all the time. Now I see it automatically, and me, I protect my heart. I don't want to be in that side where I don't want to be in the side where they're talking about the same person every week, about how they disrespected them, or how I don't want to hear that. You know, let's talk about cryptids. Let's talk about the supernatural. Let's talk about something. Let it go. You know, like the song "Let It Go, Let It Go." Why dwell in something? Let it go, right? You let it go. Why are you going to dwell in negativity over and over, and it's the same routine every single time the show is. There's always something negative said about somebody. You know, why are you saying negative things about people? It shouldn't be that way, man. You know, if you're going to do a show that people are going to be interested in, but you don't want to hear the same old crap. Excuse my language, excuse my French. You know, I'm not perfect, but I'll say it like that. The same old crap about somebody did you wrong, that you're innocent, that you don't talk bad about nobody, but then you do it on your lives every single time. you talking stuff bad about people all the time, you know, or like the saying, nest of snakes, you know, you saying that I'm a snake, you're saying my friend Carlito is a snake, or whoever's viewing this video is a snake. The snake is truly you, not us, because it came out of your mouth. So if you're thinking that, it's because within your heart, your foundation, you're the one that's saying snake, so you're the snake, not us. We're not talking about snakes. We know what a snake is. Snake is supposed to be the devil, or should I say, you know, when the Adam and Eve, the serpent. But when you're saying it, and you're not saying nothing positive, you know, and you haven't even seen the show, and you're saying it right off the bat, that's just to let you know that you're the one with the problem, not us, you know. We accept everybody that's willing to share their point of views, and we listen. We listen to everybody's point of views, but we're not going to listen to somebody that's going to be bashing somebody every time they get on damn live. They're going to be bashing somebody. You know, that's ridiculous. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to get bashed weekly, you know. Just because you don't like what you're seeing, you don't like what you're hearing, you want to bash on people. That's ridiculous. Grow up. But anyways, even those people that are bashing, you know, I still have love for you, regardless of whatever you're going through. You know, if you might have a spiritual opening, you might have a negative attachment on you from being negative. You know, that's what happens when you're negative like that and you bash people. Well, that negativity is still upon you, and the only way to get rid of it is to forgive. You forgive those individuals and leave it in the past and move on forward in a positive way. That's a cure right there. It'll stop you from talking. It'll stop you from having a negative foundation. But besides all that, brothers and sisters, thank you all who is viewing. I'm just speaking what's on my mind. You know, I believe if you speak what's in your mind, things that you've seen, that there's a message that comes out of me that's going to affect one person. And if it affects one person in a positive way of what I'm saying, because I like speaking the truth. You know, if it affects somebody in a positive way that they know exactly what I'm talking about, is because the message is real. And as you see, I didn't mention nobody's name, but I just what I see on our sites. You know, some of these trolls that are coming from other places with fake profiles that have one picture or two. You know, that's what we need to do. You know, if they're coming in with fake profiles of one picture and then nothing they're saying is negative, we're gonna have to boot them up, because that's their mission is come and say rude comments. You know, that's how should I say? I've seen it happen before, and when certain people were having that's it for right now, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed this video, what I was talking about, and never feel that you're nobody. Never feel that nobody's believing what you're saying, because that's what we're here for. We're here to listen to your stories. We're here to help spiritually, and we're here to listen to your story. Whatever you have to give us, we're here as unity, as brothers and sisters. And the sites that we share our videos, and whoever is affiliated with us, that's what we're about. We like doing the good works, good deeds, because all of us have had some kind of experience, one way or the other. Like, you know, everybody's gone through something, and just like we've been through something, I'm more than sure that some of y'all that are viewing this video have been through something yourself. Whether it was an encounter with something that seemed like to be a dogman, like Bigfoot, a goat man, something demonic, something spiritual. I feel you, and I know where you're coming from, because I've been there. But in saying that, I just finished my walk, got my little shades on. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Love, light, and blessings. And God bless every single one of y'all and your families. You see, positivity and the Love Foundation is the way. Peace, everybody.